Hi, Pisces. All right, let's go ahead and jump into your reading and see what's going on here. All right, let's see what's going on. We have the Nine of Cups. So very good week for you, Pisces. Feel or very good month of June. Let's just claim it for the whole month of you. Very good month for Pisces. I feel like you're able to have a lot of emotional fulfillment with things just going your way. Part of this is you taking a new direction or starting a new beginning somewhere. Could also be with someone here. Could be someone that you have children with. So you and maybe the father of your children or the mother of your children could be getting back together and really focus on creating some type of legacy for your children. Okay, but for those of you who are not doing that, you're like, no, that is not in the cards for me. There's just some type of mutual connection here, like a mutual mindset and love and deep bond that you have with someone. It does look like this person puts you on a pedestal. They adore you. They gloat about you. They talk very nicely about you. They see you as wifey or husband material, and this person wants to build some type of legacy with you. So that's very beautiful. They have really big goals in mind and in sight for the two of you in years to come. So this seems like a long-term relationship that's developing, and someone's really setting their sights on investing in this partnership for something that's going to be long lasting, fulfilling, and abundant. Now, Two of Swords is here, so someone's having some type of indecision directly related to this. And so we'll see what's going on here. Someone's having a change of mind, and I wonder why. So let's go ahead and get started. Alrighty, so part of this connection has come with a lot of disappointment in the past. So this feels like trying to reestablish a connection that has already been very lovey-dovey and romantic in the past. There's a lot of trust issues here. There's also a lot of triggers. You know, this it could be hard not to bring up the past with this person because there's been so many wrongdoings, and it's hard to really trust and see this through even though everything looks very aligned at this time. It's just kind of hard to trust the direction that this is headed in because of many disappointments, maybe cheating in the past, lies, deception, just or someone just even being shady in their own personal life, like doing things that are not of their highest good. So that seems to be very like a big obstacle between you and this person. It's like having trust and honoring integrity and just trusting that this is going to be successful this time around. Now, whoever's being put on a pedestal, whoever's being doted on, the Empress does have some reservations about committing themselves, even for something long term, or even putting such a big commitment behind this connection. This could be a feminine that was really hurt. Okay, so it's like, I still want to nurture this connection. I do want to be a family, blah, blah, blah. But with the Page of Pentacles, I need to look more into this. I need to do more research, or I just need to see that the actions align with the words that are being said. So it's like one foot in and one foot out, which is the Two of Swords, and feeling like I'm not going to fully commit to this until I feel, you know, deeply inside that this is going to work out this time. I just need to feel that. I need to have that conviction. sorry, conviction, excuse me. So yeah, let's see what's going on with that. Ooh. Alrighty. So this is pretty funny because we have lover and haughtiness. So you and this person coming back together and maybe spending a lot of time together, speaking more often on the phone, going out on dates, just kind of reuniting in a way. This person is feeling a big ego boost from that, and they could even want to show you off. They could be wanting to show you off to their friends. They could be wanting to show you off to their family and the people in their community, just showing off like, hey, me and Pisces are back together and we're better than ever. And that does come with some eyebrows raised for whoever this Empress is. They're kind of like, don't be showing me off until I know that this is what I want. Okay, don't get your feelings hurt. I don't want to put false hope around everyone's ears. I just would rather us keep it on the low until I really decide that this is something that we're going to do. So even though this Empress has not yet committed to the idea of this Ten of Pentacles and having this long-term commitment, they are still in the action of reuniting with this person. So they're still seeing this person. They could be sleeping with this person as of lately. They are still doing things that lovers do. But they do have a carefree spirit where they feel like they're not so emotionally bound to this connection as maybe what they used to be. And just with the wrong, if a wrong situation does happen, they could be out just as quickly as they're in. So it's like, don't go and just tell people or even tell our children that we're back together, because that is not what I have decided. I haven't made my mind up as of yet. Okay. Oh man, that's funny. This reminds me of like an ex that one time he got me on FaceTime, and it's been a long time. It probably had been months that I stopped speaking to him, and I finally answered a FaceTime, and he put his hand up around the room and showed all his friends that I answered the FaceTime, and I was so embarrassed because I was like, I just don't want you to tell people that I'm speaking to you. So that's what that feels like, okay? So let's see. Ten of Pentacles. And then what is the Two of Swords? All right. So this is just pinpointing again what we have talked about. We also have the Queen of Pentacles here, really closely related to the Empress. And this is just feminine energy that has new standards set since the last time that they've been with whoever this person is. They have higher standards. They have really created a lot of stability and abundance for themselves, possibly alone. So colliding these two worlds is just going to be a different scenario than what it would have been previously. It's totally different, okay? And we have the moon here. So someone's having some secret, reservations about if they feel like they are wanting this long-term situation. There also could be fantasies about another person that they did see a future with. So the moon is kind of like speaking to me in that way. Like maybe there was someone else that this person had an interest in, and they seen their life moving forward with them and not this person. They're giving this person a try, but they're not completely sold, okay, with the moon. And still very indecisive about whether they want to reconcile. Indecisive also about like even the children seeing these two together, if they do have children. So yeah, let's see. So there could be someone who is educated, in whatever way that comes to mind, who is very wise, mature, that this feminine, this Empress, could have seen themselves having a life with. So this could be another masculine that they know, that they feel like is very mature, wise, well learned, educated, whatever, more mature, that they feel like that could have been the person that they wanted to spend their life with, but that they're keeping that a secret. Okay. Yeah, there's some type of regrets about possibly not pursuing something with someone else. You know, time has passed. These two have had their run, and someone was very deceitful during that run. So, of course, they took time apart. And as people do when they're apart from their ex, they date other people. And there could have been another person here who just kind of maybe even came from a different background, or just has a little bit more privilege in life, that they could have really seen themselves having a future with. I don't know what has happened with that person. It feels like this feminine has some regrets about whoever this is. So I don't know what has really happened there. But they are, in the end, their wants for the future is commitment and something stable and a deep investment. Now, is it with this person? They don't feel completely sold by that just yet, but they're willing to see how this transpires. Let's see if we can make this work. All right, so we have young woman here. All right. So this is like wanting to keep your innocence, or wanting to keep your, I don't know, this feminine, you know, of course she's praised for her beauty, for her standards, like just being on another level and just being wifey material. She knows that. Okay, and she knows that there's a lot more doors that could be open for her elsewhere. So this is like someone wanting to keep their innocence and feeling like I should date around a little bit before I make such a sudden decision with my ex. All right, we have enemy here as well. I just feel like there's major trust issues here. And there also could be a deep resentment for things that happened in the past that's going to take some time to get over or to work through, or that just needs to be said up front. Like that just needs to be talked about. It feels like maybe we're not speaking about that, and we're making these motions towards we're going to be together and try this again, be a family. But I also feel like I have so much potential, and I may want to date around and see what else is out there. And I kind of have a lot of resentment for you at the same moment, but I'm not saying that. So someone's struggling to just say that they're not ready to jump into this, and they're not as excited as the other person is. Okay. All right, Pisces.